Cheerleading was once in the headlines for being too dangerous, but since 2005, injury numbers have fallen significantly at the high school level.
But what's causing this trend? I researched this decrease in my special report, Safety and Stunts.
Hey, let's do this! Close to the heart!
The Supreme Court ruled cheerleading is, by definition, not a sport. But ask anyone on these floors, and they'll tell you different.
It's definitely a sport. There's no question about it. We practice just as hard.
They tell me it's more than bows and bedazzled tops. It's gymnastics, high-flying stunts, and jumps that are not only physical, but dangerous.
I've had a lot of injuries.
I've been in a boot probably like 3 or 4 times.
Rolled ankles, sprained ankles.
These eye-catching flips have their consequences. Research shows the most common injuries in cheerleading are concussions and ankle sprains. However, these old headlines about cheerleading being more dangerous than football are misleading. Research by the Consumer Product Safety Commission found that in 2014, there were over 47,000 emergency room visits for girls basketball players age 14 to 18. That's nationwide. Now, that same year, less than half that amount came from cheerleading at around 22,000. The only sport with less was girls volleyball. More recent research by the National Center for Catastrophic Sport Injury found that from July 2017 to June 2018, 54% of catastrophic injuries came from football, only 1% from cheerleading. Now, catastrophic injuries are defined as severe injury to the spine, spinal cord, or brain. However, research gathered by cheersafe.org shows that numbers haven't always been this low. So what's causing this decline?
Coaches and officials say it's proper education that keeps injuries off these floors, and numbers support that.
When they started a long time ago, they brought anybody that wanted to coach in. Okay, so when you have somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, a lot of injuries happen.
Deborah Wilson has been coaching cheerleading for almost 20 years and believes the key to keeping athletes safe is education. However, she knows at the high school level, sometimes that's easier said than done.
It's hard to get cheerleading coaches into schools because you don't get paid much. So I know, I was one of them.
That's why the Illinois High School Association steps in to enforce rules.
But with cheerleading, we have 2 elements that I think have really helped decrease injuries in the last couple years. One is the National Federation of High Schools has really tried to set rules to keep kids safe. It's not to be prohibitive or restrictive, but it's all about athlete safety.
Angie Wilmington is an official and clinician for IHSA. It's her job to make sure that coaches know the rules and athletes follow them.
Recently, there's been an uptick in coaches' education. Coaches are really, reaching out to learn more about the sport. It's not just someone that comes, oh, they're the new teacher in school, let's have them be the cheerleading coach.
Coaching now begins with major requirements. There's coaching orientation, sports first aid, and even a test on the IHSA bylaws.
Every year, rules are reviewed on their safety, and sometimes rules can change, from year to year. Last year, we had a rule where you had to have 3 catchers. If you had an extended stunt, you had to have 3 catchers. Well, after reviewing the rule, they realized that it wasn't that dangerous. There has been a huge push, thankfully, in the area of concussions.
And for these former cheerleaders, they know it can be pesky to be cleared from injuries at times, but it's in their best interest.
I had a concussion specialist and they're like, no, you have to do these steps first. I'm like, come on, just let me go back in. But it's helped in the long run.
Alyssa Muller turned in the pom-poms after 12 years of all-star and school cheerleading. However, the dreams of college cheerleading were taken away from Lexi Huntsman after a hip injury required surgery just weeks ago.
I had a lot of damage within my hip. So they said if you look at a frayed rope, that's what my hip looked like. After having so many injuries, I'm kind of like, okay, I need to be done. But knowing that I can still go on and cheer in college, that's what makes it so hard. The fact that they're saying no, you can't.
But together they've turned their love of cheerleading into coaching and keeping others safe.
Concussion protocol in sports has changed a lot, and cheerleading is included with that. Athletes cannot return to compete or even practice until a licensed medical professional says they're cleared.